Your hydraulic hoses are reconnected back to the gripper with preload tension of somewhere around 10 or 11 preloads on both hose reels. The cables, new cables are attached. At this point you can cut them loose and make them fall back to where they should be. Okay, next thing is we're going to raise this gripper up. You just want to bump it up when you get closer to the swing restrictors. I stopped about right there because you got to remember I took off the chain here, so there's no indication to stop it if it comes up. So once I get that close, I start bumping up just real slow until I get to the point of the swing restrictor. That's the upper limit switch that I want to set that at. But since the chain is off, I'm just going to run the T-bar back around by hand by turning the sprocket on the reducer. As you can see, the T-bar is moving around now. And as it gets closer to that proximity switch on top, I start slowing down just a little bit, and I wait for the light indicator on top of the proximity switch to activate. Okay, it just activated. So right now, the system believes that the gripper is all the way up, which it is, but it's still not tied together with the chain. I'll throw it over the shaft for the cable, and I'll attach this side first. I won't attach that side. And I'll walk it over the top of the sprocket. The reason why I do that is because this is stationary, it doesn't move. So once I walk across and just lay it inside the grooves for the sprocket on the other side, for the T-bar, it keeps everything in place. Then I reinstall my master link. Okay, master link is installed. Now we're going to go down just a little bit. Okay, T-bar just moved off the upper limit, and the reason why I know that is because I can't travel. In our system, if the gripper is not all the way up or it doesn't see the upper proximity switch, the trolley will not travel. It's a safety item. So what I do now is I start bringing it up real slow. I go back over here and I check my light on my upper proximity. The light is on right now. You can see I've got a really large gap between this UHMW for the gripper and this ear on the swing restrictor. Now you got to do fine-tune adjustments. So the next thing I want to do is adjust the upper proximity switch downward just a little bit. Okay, this is my upper limit switch. And like I said before, I'll come on this back side over here or where I can see it real well, and I'll put a black line with a marker. It just tells me where I started from. From that point forward, the T-bar is somewhat in the way for me to loosen these up, so what I normally do is I'll lower the gripper down, make sure nobody's underneath, and just go down a little ways. And what it does, it moves this T-bar out of my way. I just loosen the fasteners up just a little bit, not much. It's still a little bit snug. I don't want it totally loose, and I'm just going to take and just ease it towards the direction of coming up. And again, I'm only going to move it just a little bit. I'm not going to tighten anything back up, and I'm going to do the same thing over and over again. I'm going to come up, same thing, I get real close, and I start bumping it up. Okay, light's made. So now we'll go back down. Now I'm going to raise it without letting off the button, because that ensures where it's going to stop at. There it is. Go ahead and lower it back down, and then go back through and snug up one at a time. Okay, first one's tight. I haven't done the second one because I want to test it again. Coming up. Okay, I do the same thing. I bump it up. Okay, it stopped there okay. I'm going to come up without releasing the button.